All right, Plamena. Hi, y'all. So I've gotten to this one specific point in my fitness journey, and I wonder if anyone else has experienced this. I've been steadily losing weight for the last 2 years or so, stumbled a few times because of COVID and gyms closing, but all in all, I'm back on track. I've lost about 17 kilograms, which is 37 pounds in total, and I'm down to a very normal weight for my height. BMI is around 22. Currently, I'm at the weight at which I was before I got fat, and this has been somewhat of a goal for me. Now I'm in even better shape than before because I have more muscle mass. Yay. But this is not my end goal, and I'd like to shed a few more kilograms of fat and get more muscle. The issue is that I'm now more obsessed with my weight and the way my body looks than ever before. Since my figure has improved and looking at it doesn't upset me much, I do notice body checks constantly for more than 10 minutes at a time. I think a lot more about food, minimizing excess calories in order to be at a deficit and portion control. I'm not the type who would do a crash diet because I know that's not sustainable, and I am looking for a sustainability in my nutrition, but I think about losing weight and leaning out all the time. I want to achieve a physique that I'd be happy with for once in my life, and now it seems within reach. I have noticed it has consumed me. That's not good. Has anyone ever experienced this? Body dysmorphia? Yeah. I'm concerned that it might take a toll on my mental health if I don't see the results I'm looking for, or if something happens and I gain a couple of kilograms instead. I most likely won't go back to my unhealthy weight, but the idea that I won't get the body I want with me going to the gym 5 times a week and making a conscious effort with my nutrition is maddening. Yeah, you're obsessed. You're really obsessing hard and you're stressing yourself out. That's not going to help. So first off, like you've lost 37 pounds. That's amazing. So stop flogging yourself for losing fucking 40 pounds. You lost a child. So you're seeing a lot of progress. I would focus on the proper habits. I'm not sure what your nutrition is. All that's here. This is like a little bit of a rant. This is a venting. This is an emotional vent, which doesn't really give us anything to work on. I mean, obviously you've told us about your success, but nothing really tangible to really break down what maybe you could be doing better. But it sounds like you need to get your psychological approach in order with some brain gains. So you need to really chill the fuck out. You need to chill out, honestly. You're going down a path that is a real spiral, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. You're doing fantastic. You're just obsessing over it now. Like you mentioned, the benefit is, Plamana, the benefit is that you're aware of this and you're bringing it to all of our attention, which we're grateful for. But, being aware of it is one thing, and actually getting to the source of this and living a healthier life, mentally as well as physically, is important as well. So I'm going to say something that you might not want to hear, but you're probably never going to be happy with the body that you have with this mindset. Losing a little bit more weight, building a little bit more muscle. That's the reason why we call it a journey and a process more than anything else, is because you're always going to change. Like for me, eventually I'm not going to be holding the same amount of muscle that I am now. We are all going to die. We're all going to break down over time. Sure, there's TRT that I'll be jumping on. We've talked about that, as you get older, ways to extend your longevity and your muscle mass and be healthy. There's things like that. There's hormone therapy, and there's going to be other medicines and new developments, but we're all going to die eventually, whether it's at 110, whether it's at 75, whether it's at 95, whatever it is, our time is numbered eventually. So what you need to be thinking of is the daily habits that give you satisfaction and bring you peace. So it sounds like you need to unplug from this obsession with the scale, this obsession with a mirror, because and here's the thing, when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you're in a good mood, and everyone, you could drop this in the comments down below. If you're in a good mood, you're going to look better in the mirror. Not to mention mirrors aren't exactly the way you objectively look, because the lighting, mirrors can distort. Everyone's got that story, right? You have that gym mirror with perfect lighting that just make you look fucking ripped or on juice or something like that. It might make you look a little bit shorter if the mirror, or taller or more stretched out if the mirror is slightly concave or slightly convex. So it really depends. You could do measurements, you could do pictures, but obsessing over a few pounds or like your BMI is really worthless. It's a great marker, but it's not valuable. It's really not valuable, as you can tell, because you're not satisfied with where you are. So obsessing over the numbers is very, is very unsatisfying because you're going to get to that number and then what? And then what? Again, what's your next goal? If you lose, let's say you get down to, I don't care what the weight is. Let's say you're 150 pounds and you get down to 140 and 140 pounds. 140 pounds was your ultimate goal. Okay. How do you make more progress in your life? By going to 139? Ooh, that's not necessarily better for you. If you're building muscle, maybe you go back up to 142. Oh no, I'm getting fat again. You're building muscle, so you're not getting fat. But that scale, you're obsessed with the scale. The scale is where you've laid all your results. That's where you've laid all your satisfaction. So those kinds of objective numbers aren't satisfying. It's like having more money. After a certain point, it doesn't matter. You have $10. Cool. You have $100. Better. You have $1,000. It'll make things easier. 10,000. It'll make it a lot easier. 100,000. It'll make it a lot easier. 1,000,000. Yeah, some things. 10 million. Not really more. 100 million. 1 billion. It becomes less and less. Your threshold and your lifestyle matches your income, and money doesn't buy happiness. You could have tons of money. People commit suicide and they're depressed and they have miserable fucking lives and they have all the money in the world. So it's the same thing with the scale. These kinds of metrics aren't valuable. It's the things that you can't measure that's more important. So brain gains, meditation, really finding peace within yourself is much more important. So you can all drop your thoughts below and also go inside the Facebook group and follow up with Plamana and give her some more insight.